is going on?
Hey guys.
Morning.
Yeah,
Morning, guys. Welcome aboard.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
As a maid of honor.
Oh my god. Hooray!
I have a couple of seats so we can grab.
The year was 1794. A young nation, barely finding its footing, faced a critical decision. The fledgling United States needed to protect its burgeoning maritime trade. Pirates preyed on merchant ships. Foreign powers cast a wary eye on American interests. President George Washington, ever the pragmatist, understood the need for a strong navy. He championed the Naval Act of 1794, authorizing the construction of 6 frigates, powerful warships designed to secure America's future on the high seas. Among these vessels was one destined for greatness, the USS Constitution. Launched in 1797, the USS Constitution was a marvel of naval engineering for its time. At 204 feet long and armed with 44 guns, she was a powerful symbol of American ambition and resolve. Her construction incorporated the latest advancements in shipbuilding. Live oak, a dense and resilient wood, formed her sturdy frame. This choice would prove crucial in the battles to come. Her design, overseen by master shipbuilder Joshua Humphreys, emphasized speed and maneuverability, key advantages in naval warfare. The USS Constitution was more than just a warship. She was an embodiment of a nation's aspirations. Her very name, chosen by Washington himself, spoke volumes. It evoked the Constitution of the United States, the document that enshrined the principles of freedom and self-governance for which the young nation stood. She was a floating testament to American ideals, a symbol of strength and determination sailing forth into a world still grappling with the implications of a new nation built on liberty. With her sails billowing and her crew eager for action, the USS Constitution embarked on her maiden voyage in 1798. Little did anyone know that this ship, born from necessity and forged in the fires of a new nation's spirit, would go on to become a legend, forever etched in the annals of American naval history. The Constitution, as she was known, was ready to face any challenge, her destiny intertwined with the fate of a nation. The USS Constitution's construction was a testament not only to skilled shipbuilding, but also to the contributions of American craftsmen. Among these was a renowned silversmith, already a household name for his role in the American Revolution, Paul Revere. Revere, at the helm of his thriving metalworking business, secured the contract to provide copper sheathing for the hull of the USS Constitution. This was no ordinary commission. Copper sheathing, a relatively new technology at the time, was crucial for protecting a ship's hull from the ravages of the sea. Barnacles and other marine organisms could attach themselves to a wooden hull, slowing the ship and reducing its maneuverability. Copper, however, acted as a natural deterrent. It created an environment toxic to marine life, preventing these organisms from adhering to the hull. Revere's copper sheathing would prove instrumental in maintaining the USS Constitution's speed and agility, essential factors in her future victories. Revere approached the task with his characteristic meticulousness. He personally supervised the process, ensuring that the copper sheets were of the highest quality and precisely fitted to the ship's hull. The copper, obtained from a mine in Connecticut, was rolled into sheets at Revere's mill. These sheets, each weighing over 1,000 pounds, were then transported to the shipyard, where they were painstakingly applied to the Constitution's hull. The use of copper sheathing on the USS Constitution was a testament to the forward-thinking nature of the fledgling US Navy. It was an investment in the ship's longevity and performance, a decision that would pay dividends in the years to come. Paul Revere's contribution, often overshadowed by his more famous exploits, played a crucial role in shaping the destiny of old Ironsides. The ship's resilience, her ability to withstand the elements and the ravages of time, was in no small part due to the craftsmanship of Revere and his skilled artisans. Their work ensured that the USS Constitution was not just a ship, but a symbol of American ingenuity and enduring strength. The USS Constitution's reputation as a formidable fighting ship was forged in the heat of battle. Her first major engagement came during the Quasi-War, an undeclared naval conflict with France in the late 1790s. Tasked with protecting American merchant ships from French privateers, the Constitution quickly proved her mettle. In one notable encounter, she engaged and captured the French frigate, demonstrating her superior firepower and maneuverability. However, it was during the War of 1812 that the USS Constitution truly earned her place in naval history. The young United States once again found itself at odds with Great Britain, this time over issues of maritime rights and impressment of American sailors. The USS Constitution, now under the command of Captain Isaac Hull, set sail to confront the mighty British Navy. In August of 1812, off the coast of Nova Scotia, the USS Constitution encountered the HMS, a British frigate of comparable size and armament. The ensuing battle was a fierce duel between two well-matched opponents. Captain Hull, a skilled tactician, used the Constitution's superior speed and maneuverability to his advantage, raking the with broadsides. During the engagement, cannonballs from the British ship seemed to bounce harmlessly off the Constitution's thick oak hull, leading to the legendary nickname Old Ironsides. The victory over thee was a defining moment for the USS Constitution and for the United States. It was a much-needed morale boost for a nation facing a powerful adversary. News of the triumph spread like wildfire, cementing the Constitution's status as a national icon. The ship and her crew became symbols of American courage and resilience. The USS Constitution would go on to score a string of victories during the War of 1812, defeating several other British warships and solidifying her reputation as Old Ironsides, the seemingly invincible frigate. Her victories were more than just military successes. They were a testament to the skill and determination of her crews, and they served as a powerful symbol of American resolve on the world stage. The legend of the USS Constitution, forged in battle and etched in the hearts of a grateful nation, had truly begun.
Establish America as a sovereign nation on the international stage. A war to defend freedom of the commerce of the seas, and a war to end the practice of impressment, where America... Short weeks after the beginning of the war, Captain Isaac Hull departed Annapolis, Maryland with a brand new crew.
Of course, thank you, sir.
Constitution sailed out of Chesapeake Bay en route to New York. Her orders were to rendezvous with the American squadron led by Commodore John Rogers and attack, capture, or defend against enemy merchant vessels and British warships. While approaching her destination, Constitution encountered a large group of unknown warships. As she closed the distance, Captain Hull identified the ships not as an American squadron, but the British. Alone, outmatched, and outgunned, Captain Isaac Hull did what any good captain would do. He tactfully retreated. Just as Constitution's crew thought they were in the clear, the British gave chase, and then the wind died. Realizing the desperate life and death situation that the crew was in, Hull ordered his men to lighten the ship and to tend to the sails. To catch even the slightest puff of wind, he ordered the men to shift 4 long guns aft, determined that the British squadron would not capture Constitution without a fight, regardless of the enemy's greater firepower. At the suggestion of Lieutenant Charles Moore, Captain Hull had the ship's boats lowered, both to tow Constitution and to carry the ship's small anchors out in front of the ship, where they were lowered for kedging. Manually pulling the ship to the anchor and creeping forward at a painstakingly slow pace. The frantic effort of towing, kedging, setting, furling, and wetting the sail continued for 67 straight hours, as the crew worked to gain any lead that they could. The exhausted crew had gained enough distance between Constitution and Guerriere to take advantage of a passing squall, and the accompanying wind to successfully escape. This would become to be known as Constitution's Great Escape, an exploit of skillful seamanship and one of the earliest on July 26th, where he immediately began preparations for another cruise. He and his crew sailed again a few days later. They set out with the intention of vexing British trade and hopeful of finding a British frigate willing to engage them in battle. A frigate, the warship cited by a seaman, for which Hull was so eagerly seeking, was HMS Guerriere, a 38-gun frigate captained by James Dacres. HMS Guerriere had been among the British squadron that had chased Constitution a month earlier.
I learned that in Boy
All
Scouts.
hands cleared the ship reaction as the drum beats to battle began to go. Every man from the cook to the captain knew his place and hurried to it. Men took up their stations aloft in the rigging, and powder passing lines formed from the magazine to the gun team
Thank you,
as
sailor.
they assembled by their guns.
Got some
United
photos of
States
me in there?
Marines took up their
Got some
good photos of me?
positions
Oh,
in the
great.
fighting tops above,
Folding your
armed with
flag.
muskets.
Get you promoted,
Meanwhile,
right?
Isaac Hull ordered the sail reduced to fighting canvas, only 6 sails, the 3 topsails, the jib, and the spanker.